Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for coming. Y'all been asking me for more of these live streams where we do, kind of like a full workout. So today I got my boy Billy here again, and we're going to run through a leg workout today, because I was like, just put some stuff together. Hopefully y'all going to like it. We're going to get them warmed up and everything. Since we're doing a vertical live stream, it's just a little different. But, YouTube has really been kind of like, asking us to do, experiment with these a little bit. And so I've been trying, and, hopefully y'all like it. I figure I could reach more people this way. So I'm going to get Billy warmed up, man. Go ahead, hop on this machine, and you can say hi, dog. I got Billy mic'd up today, so
what
both
up, y'all?
of us. Yeah.
See these legs? You're not going to recognize them by the end of this workout.
Oh, yeah, we about to destroy his
I'll
legs
be walking
over
like
there.
the Hulk.
Yeah, that's right. So we get them warmed up over there real quick. Don't mind the moonlight. That's the last time y'all gonna have to see it today, because after this, most everything else will be on the other side. And I did get new lighting, and I'm gonna show y'all a little bit about that soon. I got a video to do, but I got new lighting up there, but I'll show y'all what else I got. I like the lighting that I got. It's by a company called Barina, but I just felt like it might not be perfect for a studio. So I got to hang these up, and then I'm going to show y'all the full video of how it looks different in here for anybody that's out there trying to hook up their garage gym. So, yeah, we're going to let Billy warm up there for about 4 minutes. Then we're going to do a couple of dynamic stretches, and then we're going to get into the warm-up. So I'm going to go ahead over here. Well, I'll show y'all what I'm doing while he's doing that, and that's good. You can just walk for a minute, okay? I'll show you guys something here real quick, because I know you haven't seen it. Over here, we're going to be starting off on this squat rack. So we're going to start off with some back squats. And this is the new Anubis Elite 2.0. And it's cool. They did a little bit different. I'm going to give you guys a full review on this soon. But the biggest thing that's different about this one is that, or one of the biggest things is that they took away that rack where you could put the weights, and they added a place so that you could stack these safeties. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang these real quick. I think I had these on 7.
You like it more that way?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of a trade-off, and I'll tell you why. I do. I think it's a worthy trade-off for most people because, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. You used to have, I'll show y'all over here real quick, all right? So it's going to be a little bit difficult. Why ain't it following me? Oh, I think it's just too hard of a turn. Hold up. Let me just turn this a little bit so you guys can see. Over here on the old Anubis, you had this rack. And it's kind of, I got a bunch of dumbbells here, but you had this rack. I don't know if you guys could see it, where you could keep your dumbbells, a few sets of dumbbells. And, could you guys see that? Let me turn it a little bit more because I don't know that it's able to follow me way over there. There we go. So you see how you had this rack where you could put your dumbbells. And that was cool for a lot of people. But the issue became, if you didn't have dumbbells to stack, what were you going to do with those safety arms? And I think it's a worthy upgrade because now, you don't necessarily, that wasn't, like you assuming that you got some extra dumbbells to put up there. And this is, it was always like, what do I do with these? You know what I'm saying, Billy? And so now we got a place for these guys.
Probably easier to find somewhere to put your dumbbells and your safety arms. Because they over there in the corner right now where I pulled them lights from, just sitting on the floor. So it's definitely, I do like it more. There's definitely some things that I like a lot more. There's one thing that I miss a little bit, but I'll save that for the review. But overall, man, I love this cage. I love the way it looked too. It's a pretty cage with, that red is dope. I forgot I can't use that word. Let me fix it up. I mean, it's dope. It's dope. It's hard. You dig? So, yeah. It is a good looking cage.
I agree, man. I'm feeling it too. Like I said,
it pops.
I can't
with
wait.
All the black in here.
Yeah, exactly. It stand out a little bit, man, in the best possible way. So yeah, I'm gonna get you set up. once you up there for about 4 minutes or so, man, you could go ahead and jump off, and then we'll have you do a few
perfectly
legs.
at 4 minutes. You said that.
You see, that's how I do it. It's just that's just the training
doing this long enough.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so then we just gonna get those hamstrings. So you just go in to some leg swings, all right? And watch your back foot so you don't kick that and hurt your heel there. Yeah, man. So if you hear, man, I see a few people here. I'm gonna go ahead and let that stay on Billy so y'all could I can read what y'all. I want you to disconnect from me. Yeah, so I can see we got a few people. Wait, lighting is important. Yeah, man, I'm hooking it up, Walt. I'm hooking it up. Equipment exercise. Thank y'all for coming. It's a bunch of y'all here. Yeah, that candy apple red is sweet, right? Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it a lot. And we're going to start there today. I'm actually going to pull out, I got a really nice bar for that cage. I just thought about, I got this Tribe Wide bar I'm going to pull out and put it on here because we'll squat with that. Yeah, but just warm up for a minute. Thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and say it early so I don't have to keep repeating it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Y'all know I have to say it. I know y'all probably get sick of hearing us say that, but the ultimate goal is to be able to reach more people every time we do something like this. So, you know, when people subscribe, comment, and all that kind of stuff, it just draws YouTube algorithm to want to be a part of, you know, to show it to more people. So we ain't trying to get on your nerves, just trying to grow out the channels.
I mean, Colo meant to send him the hot pink cage.
Dog, mixed up. Rick Fit got the hot, man. Don't snooze. It's dope too. Yeah, man. I'll take that hot pink cage. You don't know. It's a bunch of you know, I hate to say like, I'm like ladies, but it's real. They love those.
Yeah,
they
cool
got
looking?
what? They got the bar, everything. And they love that. Like my boy, I don't know if y'all follow Garage Gym Life with John Graves III. But he got he just got one for his wife Naomi, and she feeling it. So,
and it's what, pink? It's cool.
Hey, dog, you must have forgot, dog. Your boy.
I'm just surprised they're making all those colors.
Yeah. You know, I mean, your boy is as masculine as it get. All right, but you know, I could rock the salmon. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared. Yeah. So what we're gonna do? I got Billy pretty warmed up here. Just stretching them out real quick, and then give me a flamingo stretch. But go over there and grab something. I want to make sure they know how to do that the correct way. Let me show y'all that flamingo stretch where you're really trying to stretch that hip flexor. The key here is that as soon as you pull that foot up, that knee's gonna want to go forward because he's stretching right in here. And this when you up here, you're stretching right this hip flexor. So what you want to do is then stick your hips forward at anterior pelvis tilt. And you feel that kick in. So a lot of times you'll see somebody doing that stretch and they just standing there, but you want to drive those hips forward once you got that foot up and pull that foot back. Try to get both knees aligned and you'll really get a better stretch out of that. And that's one of the muscles you definitely want to stretch before you start doing a big leg day like we're about to do here today. Hey, Lakeisha, check this out, girl. Just know that I got mad love for you, and I have not forgotten to say about your thing, man. The only reason I haven't sent them is because I haven't been over there. What up, Dwayne? Good to see you, yo. Hey, Lakeisha, I ain't trying to play you. You know I ain't gonna do that. But I want you to know I ain't trying to play you at all. I've been so busy, and I'm just a little behind, but I ain't forgot about your gift. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off. I'm gonna get a few warm-up reps, so you can go ahead and jump under the bar real quick and just give me a few reps. And we're just gonna let him get warmed up with 15 reps, just so he could get feel. I always like to start with a set where I actually feel the movement before I actually I'm gonna take this shirt off real quick. So sorry about my mic. I like to give the client a few reps. Keep your chest nice and tall. Don't worry about getting below your knees, okay? I just need the hips to knee level. Sorry, y'all. I'm just re-micing here real quick. Bear with me real quick, man. I got these new little mics, and I love them, but They're kind of hard for me to clip in. There we go. All right. So like I said, we just gonna warm up, and then I actually pasted the workout for you guys so you guys can follow along. So if you look into the description of the video, I got the whole workout in there. So you know, if you decide you want to do a leg workout like this, I'm gonna show you a couple of different ways you could do some of the exercises if you don't necessarily have the piece of equipment that we're using. So we're gonna get in. And like if you got some of this stuff at the crib, you could do it at the crib. For you guys that work out at the gym, you could do it there. We're gonna start off with 3 somewhat heavy barbell back squat. So we ain't gonna go too crazy. Where are my reds at? Oh yeah, hold up. Put a couple of these 45s. I got weights everywhere. I think I'm thanks, Joe. You want to throw that on there for me? Yeah. Thanks. We're gonna do one more warm up, and then we're gonna get into some working sets. Ooh. Woo-hoo. Just made it. Like, you know, it's tight in here. I'm like, I you know, when it's real crowded, I'm always trying to figure out how I'm gonna do things. Like these 2 racks, this is the Mikolo Anubis 2.0, and that's the Mikolo M4 2.0. They're not gonna both be in here forever, but right now I'm trying to do a video for you guys where I show you the difference between 1 and 2. So I'm crowded, but I thought I measured everything. I almost felt like I wasn't gonna measure to put that on. Let me get one more set. So now we just need 8 controlled reps. All right, man. Nice controlled drop. Weight on the heels of the feet, abs contracted, chest tall. I always ask to look slightly up. I never want that chin down. And, you know, some trainers and some people do like to look down, but I feel like when looking down, that may cause the client or me to start to round the back. And I want to make sure that I got a nice tall spine here. Okay. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me. My name is Vern. This is the Usawa Fitness Garage Gym Review channel. I'm a personal trainer for about 14 years, so I can answer your questions, hopefully. You know what I mean? I can't answer them all. How did that feel?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get into some working sets a little bit. All right, we ain't going to go crazy, but I do want to start adding some weight here, and this is all within your range. We're going to wait. Yeah, thanks. It's well within your range. So, but more or less, I want to give Billy a great workout because he came here and told me that he would do this live stream for me today. And but I want to make sure he gets a great workout, but I also want to give you guys an opportunity to see what a workout like, you know, this looks like. Because I know a lot of times people keep telling me that they go into the gym or they in the garage and they're not sure exactly what to do. And I don't like, man, yeah, I like doing garage gym reviews, but man, my more important goal is just kind of like educate people because I'm a personal trainer. It's what I love to do. And I really would love to do more like this type of work and also motivational videos while still, you know, peppering in these reviews. I'm having a problem with that right now because I got a bunch of reviews that I need to do for companies, but I've been on like this creative kind of like feel. And so I'm struggling right now because I really need to get some stuff out for some of these companies. And if you one of them, trust me, I ain't gonna play y'all, but I'm struggling with that right now. All right, homie, let's get it, okay? All right, we got 8 reps. We want a nice controlled drop, and then you can power up. Good job. I know a lot of you guys might ask why I don't have collars on. No reason. I'm spotting them. You should have them on, unless you bench pressing at home. I talked to you about that. 2 more reps. One more time. Good job. Walk it in. Now, a couple of things I want to go talk about real quick, and I'm gonna get back into the comments in 2 seconds. If you're, I do believe in you and definitely putting the collars on when you're doing squats, and I just noticed that I didn't have them on. That's why I made that joke. Now, if you're doing bench press, I don't, and he'll tell you, I've always told them, don't put the collars on when you lifting at home. And the reason why I believe that's true, this is what I believe is that if you can, if you can lean to one side, I'd rather do the tilt and drop than have the weight stuck on my chest with, no Boo Bay out there to help me out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Boo, help me out. She can't hear me. I'm in the back garage and then I'm stuck, so I'd rather be able to boom, boom. Yes, loud, even in the gym, but that's a lot better than getting choked out or something. All right. So how did that feel, Billy?
That felt good.
Okay.
So you like to put for the squat?
Yeah, the squats I feel a little bit differently about because you could throw that, like, you know what I mean? It's you drop that, it's just gonna, throw off your back and you could drop it and but like when you underneath the bar, it's different because it's gonna, you stuck, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's like, but but that's just me. But like I said, nothing I'm saying here is concrete where you have to necessarily do what I'm asking you to, because I'm just a personal trainer on YouTube giving you ideas of what I do. But I don't expect you to, to feel like it's necessarily the only way. You got anything to say, Billy?
I'll just say, this man right here, if you got questions, he's put me through athletic training when I was playing sports, when I was in college and I just wanted to be looking good walking around campus. He helped me. Now I'm looking for more adult functional balance, strength, utilizing my body. He can do it all. So if you're in the comments looking for weight loss, if you're in the comments looking to size up, Vern's got workouts. He's got the right way to train. He knows what he's talking about. He's put me through 3-4 different transformations in the past 10 years.
Yeah, we bounced up and changed around. Yeah. We lost weight, picked up weight, went for hypertrophy. We went for sports performance, athletic performance. And so it is. I appreciate him throwing all that love out at me right now because, I do really love this and I love to expand my knowledge on everything that I'm doing. And I'm grateful that he feels as good as he does because I trained him in high school and now he's grown and he's still coming here, so that makes me feel good. 8 reps. Good job. Good work, man. Good job. Let's see if we can get just a tiny bit lower, okay? Yeah, right there, Billy. Good work. Yep, keep them low. Last 2. Good job. Keep your chin up. Okay, walk that in. Now, another thing, when and I'm gonna say this because some of you maybe you got a new rack and you used to maybe a Smith machine and now you're working with a power rack. When you go to rack that bar, I always want to hear doom doom. All right, because I'll show you what happens a lot of times. Sometimes when people go in here to put that bar up, they're here, right? And they go in and they look over there. And they boom, and they don't see it. So I want to walk in and then drop. All right. I'm telling you, I've seen it a lot of times. People will go in there looking at one side and the other side is slipping back. Y'all might not have been able to see that from this angle. Something to think about when you're racking your weights. We're going to go up one more time. And he could go up. I know he can lift a lot heavier. This looks a lot heavier than what it is. Because we only at like 235 right now. All right, yeah. But it could go, whenever we're working with these bumper plates, it looks much more severe than it can be. But we got a lot of work to do. And so we just gonna, I got it, dog. Thank you, homie. So we just gonna kind of keep it here and we're gonna keep working, try to get through all of this in an hour. So yeah, where everything y'all saw. Let me look at the comments real quick and see if anybody had any questions. Hold on a second. We got a bunch of questions. It looks like one bench say once tennis shoes shouldn't we use flat. Yeah, you thank you, Ron, for the question. You could, a lot of people, if you like one of them hardcore, people that really think of like the leg workout that way, to me, you know, I know people who squat barefoot, you know, to be honest with you, at the gym. And it's just a preference of, you know, you just, you know, you could get real specific like that. For me, I don't, you know, not at all. Yeah. What percentage of increase do you recommend for progressive overload? So yeah, you know, that's a really good question, Dwayne. You know, I usually when I'm really going progressive overload, I like to go like when I'm thinking like I start at 35% of the 35% of the max of the max, and then I'll go up about like, it's hard to say because I don't really always. That's what I used to do. I used to always go 35% of the max, and then we would start going up about like I can't exactly remember because I don't really train. I don't really necessarily train by percentages that way. You know, I'm always looking for what does it look like when I'm getting to, you know, that ninth and 10th rep. And with my clients, since I see them on a regular basis the way I do, and we work in what we call seasons where we'll do 3 months of a particular body part, I know where they rep, you know, I know where that max is. I like, okay, Billy is always going to be able to, you know, chest press at this time. He's right at that 9th and 10th at 250. He's struggling. All right. So then I'm like, all right, well, now that's where I want it to be. Once he hitting that 250, then I'm going up. So I don't really work in percentages like that. Personally, I know a lot of trainers do. And that's a great, you know, it's a great thing, especially if you a super high level trainer and you training somebody in like sports performance, then I might go with percentages a little bit more. Or if you're very new and you really, you know, unsure about what you're doing. Here we go. But I can give you a better, Dwayne, I can email you a better answer. It's just I haven't thought about it for a while, and I don't want to sit up here and lie to act like I got, you know, I'm saying something, you know, so professional. Good job. Because I ain't that dude. If I don't know, I'm going to say that. Good work, brother. So one thing that's kind of nice about the Anubis 2.0 half rack is that these spotter arms have this extra additional safety down here so that it won't pull the cage over. And I'll tell you about that. Get a little bit deeper. And I lost your rep count. Do you got it?
6.
Okay. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. See if you can get this last one real deep. And I got you, okay? Real deep, real deep. Yeah. Oh, you could have got them, dog. You could have got them all like that, man.
Yeah.
Okay? You could have got them all like that because that one was deep. But I get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
I haven't been under the rack in a while.
Yeah, I know. And the other thing is, we've been doing a lot of squatting under that Smith bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a much different feel. And when you under a Smith bar, it's almost more like a hack squat. I'm going to try to go ahead and get us ready for this next one real quick. So
I'm looking at these safety arms, Vern. If I was to squat by myself, I cannot lift these up to 13, 14.
You can lift them way up. So they're down here. They have a little, you could pull those out and you can get them much higher for squats. Or if you're doing like a different exercise, like
you're just trying to lift it right off.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah. So give me a second, y'all. We're gonna switch everything up for a sec and get to the next exercise.
Have you ever had a strong take on what shoes to wear during lifting?
Yeah, well,
all preference?
You know what I used to like rather than spend a whole lot of money, and you can see it in some of my old videos, I like Converse because it's flat, right? Just some Chuck Taylors, some Converse Chuck Taylors is the equivalent of most of those weightlifting shoes that you see out there that cost you like, $100 to $200. You would get a pair of Chucks and they flat the same way. And I used to lift in them, and you'll see a lot of people lift in them at some of those gyms where people are really like hardcore in the legs. Now y'all know the Vern DOWG is rocking some chicken legs. So, I ain't never been one to be too specific. Now they strong, but Man, I'm telling you, my legs go up and down, man. I can show you on my Instagram when I was really trying to grow them out. I grew them out a little bit, started running again. They went away.
We got a few people saying they wear Chucks. This is a good time for Tom, though. He says his back hurts when he does squats, lower back, before we get off squats.
Oh, yeah. I have pain in my lower back when I do squats. So, Tom, if you feeling that, stop. And I would focus on making sure that you can keep your chest really tall. And I would also, she got the Nike Metacon. I used to have those. I had those too. And Tom, what you can do is if you can get to a Smith machine, and instead of using if you have a Smith machine, one of the things that I would suggest is you bring in if here when we squat, the legs are directly underneath the Smith, the Olympic barbell. If we were not on a Smith machine, what I would suggest is going to more like a hack squat and putting your feet forward, keeping your chest tall and dropping down. This will allow you to keep that back straight vertical. Okay, you can't do that when you're not under a Smith bar. And so I would maybe try some of that and see if that actually helps you a little bit. But yeah, let me know if but I would also work on strengthening your making sure you got some nice strong hamstrings and hips, and we're gonna get into that some of that hip work here in a second. So from here we're gonna go into some leg press. Okay, so do I have that set up the right way? Yes, I got lucky. All right, so now we're gonna set up some leg press. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and sit in there real quick. So now we're gonna go over to the Rit Fit Gazelle 3-in-1 leg press. And I think I probably got a good starting weight on here. Yeah, this is kind of light. It ain't, petty light, but it's pretty light. And so now we just doing some nice big compound movements to start with. We're gonna warm up with this with 10 reps. So you can go ahead and start with 10 reps. I'm gonna ask for the feet to be shoulder width apart, and we're getting a little bit higher because sometimes this plate can be a little bit more shallow than I want it to be, and it moves into the knees a little bit more. So I like to keep these feet up a little bit higher. Here we go. Let's get 10 reps. The one thing you want to make sure, and whenever you're doing a leg press, is make sure your bottom always stays on this bottom pad, okay? You want the back pad and the seat. If your butt starts to come up off of this bottom pad, it's going to move into your lower back, and that's where people can feel some pain and discomfort when doing a move like this, especially because we're able to load it up so much, okay? Hopefully you guys can see them. If y'all can't see them good, let me know. I might be able to move the camera a little bit closer. Actually, I'm sure I can. See if I still, but I lost them. Let me get that in there a little bit. There we go. I could probably move it closer, but for now, we're gonna rock with that. How'd that feel?
That felt good.
Okay.
So Vern, I got, you got a big pad here. What if I slide my feet down? Is that just going to change what I'm hitting?
Mm-hmm, yep. So when we keep the feet up higher, I'm just trying to hit the glutes a little bit more. If we bring the feet down, we're going to start to hit the quads a little bit more, and we're going to put a little bit more pressure on the patella, meniscus, the knee area, okay? So, and you can see that. You want to do a couple if you want to see for your own purposes. Dropping the feet, you'll see it start to move in. You see how it kind of moves in? Yeah. So, and foot position is something that you should definitely think about whenever you're doing, whenever you're using a squat, a hack squat, or a leg press, because you could do a lot. You could switch it up and you can hit a lot of body parts. But today we're doing a workout to kind of a strength workout. So now we're going to move down to 6 to 8 reps for the rest of the time here. We got We're going to do 3 sets. All right, Billy?
Yeah, perfect.
One of the things I like about the Gazelle is that the other model that RifFit makes, and it's a pink. They make a pink one of these too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they make a pink one and a black one. The black one is called, I think it's called the BPO6. It didn't have these bars, so you were only limited to what you could put on the Olympic plate holders at the bottom. And this allowed you to get the type of weight that most of you guys are going to need when doing, exercise like leg press, where most people are very strong. Let's go ahead and get it, man. 6 to 8, slow on the way down. Give me just about a 2 drop, and then power up. Yep, you don't have to hold it at the bottom. There you go. Praise it. Like, all right, so y'all know I'm definitely a Christian, so I don't mind you putting that comment in there, Brianna. We all good. That's why I say love and peace, everybody. Out at the end. Stay blessed, stay motivated, and stay fit. Good job. So yeah, man. So I'm showing you guys a workout with what I got in here. Some people, I know y'all don't have all this equipment, and guess what? You don't need it. You could grow out your legs with a set of dumbbells too. And I'll make sure that I put some of those workouts together for y'all too, so you can see some different ways to work out if you don't have this kind of equipment. But if you want to see this kind of thing, man, tell me, y'all, like in the comments, please tell me if y'all feeling this, because I know you guys didn't find me from workout videos. You found me through review videos, but I'm not trying to do a straight pivot completely away from review videos, but I am trying to pivot into more of this work that I feel like is going to help more people once they already have equipment. How'd that feel?
That felt good.
Yeah, I'm not asking you. I'm putting some weight on.
So I got a question for you, Vert, on this machine. I always struggle if I want to go as deep as I can and kind of get my knees all up on my chest. But when I do that, it feels like my tailbone is sliding off.
It's coming forward.
It's coming forward.
So and that's what you don't want. That's what I was kind of referring to. That winds up moving into the lower back. At that point, I would spread the legs a little bit and then bring the knees to the outside of your torso.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we just adding 40 pounds here, okay?
All right.
All right, let's do it again. 8 reps. About a 2 count down and then 1 up. Just like that. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just bring it to the side and then that'll help you because, yeah, that's good. Let me see if y'all got any comments. My leg day makes people cry out to Jesus. Oh man, I love that walk. Yep. So this one, like I said, what we're doing today is all gonna stack, right? At the end, he gonna be sweating. And at the end of it, when we move into some of those like really precise muscles at the end, you're gonna see we got a lot more to go. It's gonna wind up being one of them workouts where like tomorrow he'll be having trouble going up and down them stairs for sure. Yeah. Because, for me, this is gonna be the last set. For me, when I first started training, and he could tell you this, and especially because he was so young, he was in high school, and I was too. When I first became a personal trainer, it was 2012. What year was you in 2012?
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, right. So, and then I started training him probably right when he got to high school. And here's what I'll tell you. I used to use the term, I used to just dog walk mugs because I was a former athlete and I had just become a personal trainer. And all I knew was like, I remember how hard my coaches used to make me work out. And so, and I do still, like, I'll dog walk, especially young clients when they high school level and stuff like that, because I want them to learn that, like, hey, wait, I got a lot more in me than I think I got. I just haven't been challenged yet. But once we start talking about the science, that changes everything, because today we lifting with the science, and we're taking, we starting off with these big compound movements, and then we're going to work into these accessory muscles. They're going to be a lot more detailed at the end of that workout. That's going to be a really powerful workout. So it's a couple ways to do it. And I can do it both ways. But once I feel like, people understand their limitations and things like that, and especially as they get older, because the chances of injury become so much greater when we dog walking people, and so then the science is the same, right? If we put a certain stress on the muscle, it's going to grow, it's going to get stronger. If we want it to be faster, we're going to make sure that moves are more explosive and things of that nature. So it's all good. We want somebody to get really defined. We're going to do a lot of time under tension. Good. Make sure you inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. Good. And I always want to hear it. All right. I don't want to just, like, for people, I want to see those lips moving. I want to hear that air. Your heart rate is going to go up when you're working out and you lifting heavy like this. And all it's doing is asking for oxygen. And so we have to give it to it. Good work, man. Good. Very good. Good job. All right. So now we're going to move over to the Smith machine, okay? And what we're going to do now is and this is what I mean when we start hitting some of the accessory muscles. And we're going to start doing some reverse lunges from the Smith bar. So number one, I'm going to have to take those legs off again because they're going to be in the way.
This one might be all right.
Yeah, that back would have
been
you right. Yeah, you're right. I don't need to take them both off. Let's get this guy off.
I'm gonna jump back to a comment, Vern, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So I forgot it was saying the lower back. This is something Vern taught me years ago because my lower back always would kill me. Tighten up my glutes when I squat, and it straightens everything out in my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be really loose, focused on my legs. Now I squeeze my glutes. It tightens out my whole lower back, and I feel the support in the bottom of my back as opposed to my top of my back having all the weight, my pelvis forward. So that made a big difference for me.
Yeah, they couldn't see you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. I used to be so focused on having the weight here. I'd squat down, and I had this arch. Then I started tightening my pelvis, my glutes. It tightened everything up. Straight line here. So when I'm going down, I'm not back here. Instead, everything was supported. It was a little tip Vern gave me probably 5-6 years ago. So changed my whole lower back.
That's real talk. And that's one thing that a lot of times, those are like the tiny things that, a lot of us, we learning how to work out. We can't really see what, you watching somebody else, right? And that's why I always suggest to trainer, even if it's for a little while, because you might pick up on a few tiny tips like that you watch somebody like, I just got to go under the bar and drop my hips and do what that guy was doing. But you understand that there's other little details. And so we always kind of want to make sure that the body is contracted before we start an exercise. That is true for a lot of exercises, and even things like hip thrusts, or like when people are doing hip thrusts and they don't engage those glutes first, they missing out on the opportunity to get a lot more work out of that exercise than what they think they can, because let me say that again. They are missing the opportunity to get a lot of that out of that exercise because they're not really doing it with the right perfect amount of control and detail. So on these, hopefully, can they see that rack?
Yeah, rack is good.
So now, this is the same thing. I think I don't know if it was Walt or was Tom, I think, that was talking about he had the back issues when he was squatting. Some things you could do is something like we're about to do. this Smith bar is lined up right. You can see that it's kind of lined up with this part of the Smith machine. I'm going to put that left foot or the foot forward, and when I do these reverse lunges, I'm just going to reach back, drop right into that left leg the quad is parallel to the ground. Just before I hit that knee, I'm going to come back up, and we're going to let Billy kind of warm up with a set of these. Okay, you can just use those right now for 12.
Should I just go 6 and 6, or are you saying 12 and 12?
6 and 6, yep, just to warm up a little bit.
So you're having your feet above the head of the bar?
Yep, so what I want is that foot, you're going to step up a little bit so that foot is out front, right? Okay. And see how the bar is here? You can step up a little bit more. Yep.
So I'm almost leaning back.
Yep, and which you're going to take a big step back, and now we get that quad making a right angle on that front. Yeah, that's good. Look up, Billy. So in this case, go again. You can still, your foot can be up just a tiny bit more. Yep. Because I want a straight right angle right there.
Is it more about where the weight's going to fall at the bottom of it?
I want your torso to be straight tall, and I want you to be, I want to see a straight right angle on that left leg. All right. So once we get started, we're gonna be doing 10 to 12 reps. That's good. Thank you, Dwayne. I'm going to keep popping them out like this. Then I hope I'm hitting all the comments for everybody. I'm trying, y'all, but I do need to make sure this dude is doing everything the correct way and feeling good. How'd that feel?
I felt good.
Okay.
Yeah, different on the Smith machine versus having a
just
weight
on
your
your
shoulders.
back. Yep. And then I love walking lunges, but we don't have the space in here. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we could be walking them outside and stuff like that if I was in the middle of the garage, or the middle. I've
always found that the weight on the shoulders with the backwards lunge is a bit tricky too. I always find it a bit easier to go forward. Just a little more weight stability.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to stepping back.
I don't like doing reverse lunges off the Smith machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like doing it at all. No. Yeah, I know what you mean. I prefer to do them. There's some exercises I got both. I mean, if I didn't have both, I guess I would I would have to, use what I had, but because I got both, I don't really like doing them off. I like doing forward walking lunges. I like walking them out as far as I can. All right, we'll get you.
Well, that's the difference between me and Vern. There's no lunges that I like doing. I'll do them.
Right.
I don't like them.
It's definitely one of the exercises I get a little pushback. Lunges and burpees. Them two exercises right there is what mugs don't want to do. All right, let's go again. All right, let me make sure I got to see. Yeah, so. Yeah, that's perfect. Good job. Now we're going to stay on that same foot. So now at this part of the workout, I'm really, asking for a lot because I'm asking for 12 reps. So we're going to rest in between.
Is that 12 each side?
Mm-hmm. Last 3. Good work, Billy. You went right into the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. I was going to give you a little break in between, but that's all right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm really looking for stability and to maximize that quad and glute tension on these, all right? Before this, we was looking for like a big volume builder, but now we're in a big stretch. That's why he was going outside that body. And here we just looking to add some tension and basically like some stability because we're doing single leg motions, all right? Now, as you can see, that's just 20 pounds on each side of that bar. But now we're starting to get that build up, right? It's starting to step on the things that we started with. And can you feel that?
I can feel it.
Yeah. So that's what I mean by, we could dog walk a person, or we could do, the science, and the science is something that you learn over time. That's something that, I didn't know when I first started. I was just following most of the things that the NASM had, these basic workouts. But over time, you start learning how to program, and now we programming a lot. Okay, so just relax. We like to take, I know I've been talking a lot, but we're looking for about 90 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds worth of rest in between. We don't want to just we're working one body part. If we were working for weight loss and we were doing circuits, it'd be different because, you're doing a circuit, you're generally doing a chest exercise, then a back exercise, then a shoulder, then a bicep, then a tricep. And you have time for those lactic acids to settle in and to reset, all your ATP. So this is kind of situation where we can just, we have to rest because the body isn't going to be prepared to do it again. And you're going to get less out of moving quickly than you would out of taking these breaks. So if you work in one body part, doing bro splits or leg days, make sure you give your body time to rest in between. All right. So you know how we were in the beginning, we were doing that hip flexor stretch. This is why you do it. This is where, these exercises, these warm-ups are important. You have to warm up before you start a workout like this. We got on the treadmill, got them a little heated there, went through, some hamstring, leg swings, and then those are some dynamic stretching. And you want to make sure you do it, y'all. Because as you get older, Billy's still fairly young, but as you're getting older, man, you will be surprised at how quick these injuries start stacking up. And sometimes I've been guilty of it because I think I'm different. Because I'm like, I've been lifting my whole life, I'm good. The next thing you know, I'm over here with an injury that I've had for a very long time. So I have to really start to respect my body as I get older. And really work on rest, and not just rest in between sets, but rest days. It's important.
Yeah. And I think too, leg day. I'm used to just stretching my legs, and now the past few years, even coming in here, I got to stretch my chest out to get under here, and I got to lift the weight up there.
You got to
do the full body.
It all matters. Yeah, it all matters. Yeah, so now we're working under this is the new Mikolo M4 2.0 Elite. I've already done a review for it. I'll make sure I'll link all these products in the description. I didn't put them in there already, but I will put them in there so you guys can see what we've been using. I love having a home gym, Personally, for me, it's not just a place to work out. It's also what I call a sanctuary. And that I feel like when I'm in here, I'm able to free my mind and my body and my soul from some of the tension that I feel from daily life, because a workout will always, make people feel better, whether they feeling not so great because they going through something emotionally, or they just going through being sick even, when I'm tired. And I always feel like I get a boost from a workout. So it's cool to just be able to go a few feet away from one room in your home, or a few feet away to your garage, and be able to do something that, you could do in your own space and feel great about it. And I always have all this, I was a time when I had a little room, and I was just working out in it, and I still felt the same way. But I know that everybody don't have a space like this, but it's nice to have something, at the house that you could use to work out a little bit, even if it's a set of weights. because it's the closest thing that you could get to play. When you play, you get the heart rate up, and you feel good. And this is another opportunity to do that. I'm gonna go up a little bit on the weight for this last set.
You just throw that yellow on? Is it 10?
Yeah. You take that green one off and then throw that yellow one on there. Let me see if y'all got any comments over here real quick. Hey, Bishop, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I'm gonna hey, y'all, listen. If you hear, please. This is my home gym. Yep, it is. I'll show you guys what it looked like if I can. I'll show you real quick. See if I can pan over. All right, I'm gonna have to turn it without knocking the camera out. So I got the, you know what? Let me just take this off. Actually, I can't do that. I got the, why is it doing that? So I got the Mikolo Anubis 1.0. I've got some dumbbells. I got the HVO hip abductor that we're gonna be using in a minute. Oh, I see I'm going the wrong. Oh yeah, and then I got the Mikolo 2.0 M4 Elite over here. I got the Mikolo Anubis 2.0 Elite over there. I have the RipFit Gazelle, and I got the RipFit leg curl / knee extension. I have over here, I got a Speediest Gym Monster, and also the Mirac S29 speed bike or stationary bike. I got the Run treadmill over here behind my my shoulder over there. So yeah, this is my gym, and it's my personal gym and my garage gym, and this is where we get it in. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. This camera, I got it set for not to be doing what I'm doing right now, so I apologize. But that it is. If you want to see more of it, just subscribe to the channel. I got a lot in here, Bashar. This is not a home gym. This is a full-grown man. Yeah. Thank you, dog. Yep. All right. Yes, a 2-car garage that I converted into strictly a gym. Good word. And I'm in Chicago, so I had to put in some good flooring to help keep it warm, and also some insulation up top. Keep your chest tall, okay, Billy?
Yeah.
Good. This is a monster leg day, y'all. I'm telling you. If you try this workout, I put all the sets in there for you guys, the reps in there for you guys. He feeling this, and I could tell, but it's a real one. All right. I would love to be able to do this, something like this, similar, and I will at some point. I used to do every Wednesday night. I did my leg workouts live before I tore up my meniscus, and so now I'm just still. I chose to not opt in for surgery, so it's just a long journey for me. But the nice thing is I could run, and I haven't been able to run first I had a hip injury.
Yeah.
I was running 2015 trying to qualify for a Boston Marathon, and I messed up my hip and I didn't get that surgically repaired. Spent me a years for trying to get that right, and then I tore up my meniscus in 2024. So it's been rough on my legs.
We're back running.
Yeah, but I could run again for the first time in 18 months. Good work, man. How you feel?
Tired. Good.
Okay. Yep. Let's make it work, Billy. Good job. The heavy stuff is the end of the heavy stuff, brother. Last rep. Good. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to get into these hamstrings real quick with some leg curls. So that's it for like the heavy stuff, man. And you could talk to them for a minute, man. Tell them how you feeling, bro.
It's good. I'm sure if my mic's on, you can hear me breathing heavy. And that's even with those 90-second breaks. But the heart rate got up, even just that 5 minutes walking on incline. Heart rate starts, and once it starts going, you lift heavy. It doesn't slow down very quickly. So we're taking big breaks, only doing 8, 12 reps, but I can feel my heart rate up, short of breath. This is what I was saying. At this point in my life, I'm looking to stay as lean as I can, still have a good figure, and these kind of high rep, heavy weight, still getting good breaks. My heart rate's up. I'm still cutting some calories while putting on some good reps. So this is why I love these workouts. You're getting a lot of good reps in, but you're still feeling like you left the gym, getting a little bit of cardio, your heart's moving, you're kind of hitting all the boxes of, I feel like I'm sweating, my heart rate's up, and hopefully it's looking like I got a workout in.
You definitely looking like you got a workout in. Yeah, so we used to lift only heavy, you know, we was younger, we really wanted to, and I was doing the same things. And we really have started moving towards just like, you know, being healthy, you know. It's a flex for me to get under the bar and show everybody that, you know, I could bench X amount of weight. But to me, that's almost irrelevant at this point because this just me lifting heavy. Now it's like, wait a minute, what can I do to actually live longer and feel like I look good? Because I'm 55 and I see guys in their stomachs way out here and they talking about how heavy they can lift, but I'm like, it's not that impressive if you don't look good to me. And because you're not really healthy. All right, we're gonna start off with a warm up, okay? 12 reps. Now, this, Rip Fit piece is nice, all right? I love that I have something here to do leg curls, but they had a new model that they showed at Home Gym Con 2025, and I'm really hoping that they release that. I know that Mikolo just dropped a new one too. I would love to get my hands on either of those because the design is a little bit better on both. This pad that the feet are on is much bigger, and also one of the critical elements that was missed on this particular version is that this seat should not be up, all right? It should actually be able to decline down a little bit because at its current state, it puts a ton of pressure on your quads when you're on it. And also, it doesn't allow you to get the full range of motion that you could get if it was actually on I guess it would be a decline at the bottom of the bench. And you'll notice, and even in my review, I showed that on that piece. And that's how they are designed. They fixed that now, but it's one of them things that I don't love about this. Thank you for subscribing, Laurel. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have one squat rack and standing barbell and weights. That's all I bought. No cables, no joint. But that's plenty, Bishop. That's plenty, man. You got more than enough to do anything you need to do. Yeah, you got the 24 inches. That boy is big too. He sent me his gym, and I'm probably gonna come out to Dwayne's gym. I'm gonna be doing some traveling. Hey, I'm gonna be doing some traveling next year, 2026, where I go to people's house and I do, live stream or a video from there. So get ready for that, y'all. All right, let me put a little bit more weight on here. I want 12 reps. Give me a nice squeeze at the top, okay?
All right. Vert, on these, where do you like the pad? On the calves, on the ankle, or right on my heels?
So you mean this part? You want these just behind the ankle? Yeah,
right on that, like Achilles area.
But the more important part is where you are on the knees on this piece of it, on this particular one, because I want your knees to be just off this front pad.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's gonna vary as long as I just need them really behind there because for different people it's gonna be different because you don't want that leg to be way off the front of that pad because then it's going to move into your lower back. And I don't want that. That's what was more important to me. You also, y'all, you don't want to extend out fully here, right? If you extend your legs out all the way during this leg curl, it's going to move into your lower back. And you definitely don't want that, okay? So you want to stop maybe 20 or 30 degrees shy of fully extending your leg out on these. Somebody else has something to say too, though. Hold up. Functional movement. Yeah, you already know. That's what's up. Let's do this. I love all that. Yeah, I'm gonna come out there, dog. That's real talk. Don't snooze. When I show up at your doorstep, you be like, oh, wait, he's for real. My bad. All right, we got one more set. How you doing on time?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just say something, all right, dog, because we got one more thing.
I'm good.
All right. Actually, I'm just going to throw the 10 on for now. So we did the one. So we got one more set because the one is that the first set is just, I want you to feel it, okay? And then we get the working sets in. So anybody got any questions, man? I'm here. This is your chance. Like, I love when y'all hit me in the comments, and I appreciate it. But sometimes people don't feel comfortable asking a question in the comments. Don't trip. I've been there. I remember when I was in school, man, when I was young, before I got my confidence up, I had all kind of questions, and I was scared to raise my hand. And as I got older, I'm like, man, teacher always said there's no stupid question. And then you ask the questions, your friends start laughing. Right? So don't trip. If you have a question, feel free to hit me at info@usawafitness.com. And I'll do my best to answer your question from there too, y'all. I'm trying to build out a community. I'm not here trying to like I already told y'all, I really want to transition into more motivational content and more training content over just being a review channel. So I take a lot of pride, and also I feel rewarded by being able to help people. So I'm more than happy to help you in that way. So don't hesitate to hit me at info@usawafitness.com if you got questions that you don't want to answer here in the live stream or in the comments of my other videos. But do leave a comment just saying hi, something like that, because you do help the algorithm if you just support the channel in these ways. Another thing, if you're using this particular model, you want to make sure that this pad is at the bottom, not because it'll flip. And whenever you're doing this, you want that pad at the bottom when you're doing your leg curls. 12 reps. I started working out at home gym. What kind of injury can happen? I mean, any specific injury that can happen while working out at home. Every injury can happen while working out at home. Some of the key things to remember is that you are by yourself. And so you want to make sure that you have, that you're using proper gym etiquette, using your safety measures, like your spotter arms, like your, all of your safeties that you have on like a Smith machine. You also want to make sure that that you're not that you're not putting more weight on than you think you can handle, because working at home is different. You want to, I tend to work more on the time of the tension, where I'm working with a little bit of lighter weight. It's still heavy, but I'm moving it slower to make it heavier, because I'm by myself in a garage with the door locked. Somebody, you don't want to be locked in somewhere in a crucial place where you can't actually help yourself to but any injury, the biggest thing is warm-ups, Bashar. A lot of people don't warm up. They come in and they're like, oh, they just start working. No, man, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes at least to warm up, because and learn how to work to warm up your accessory muscles, the tiny muscles in your body. I think we should probably, I know you got to get out of here soon. So we got 2 more, the last 2 exercises. You want to just do like one, is leg extensions and then hip abductors. Yeah. So we'll just maybe do 2 sets of each, so I can get you out. Okay.
That's perfect.
Is that good?
Yeah, I'm blocked off till 45 after, so we still got 10 minutes. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure, like I said, I got you here a little bit late over. So, but like and whatever, you guys do, you definitely have
all of this in the description of this video. So if there's exercises that we actually gonna get to everything, but you can see the rep numbers that you should be doing by looking in the description of the video. But now we've used the 2-in-1 leg extension / leg curl, and I just converted it over into a leg extension, which I will move over and show you. There it is, right? So we just pull that seat up, drop the leg pad down, and now Billy can sit in here and do some leg extensions. You do want to have that seat back. That's just going to open up the hip flexors a little bit. So go ahead and sit back. Yep. And then give me a little squeeze at the top. Yep. We're not going to do a ton of sets, y'all, because we're starting to get a little late, because we let some of these we extended some of these breaks because we've been talking and so forth. So I just want y'all to understand that we gonna cut it down a little bit. Yeah.
The legs are burning anyway, so we're good.
And keep going. I need 15 to 20 of those, all right? Now give me 15. Give me 15. So we trying to get out of here. Otherwise, he'll be doing 15 to 20.
Woo, I can feel it already.
So yeah, like I said, we're working with science right now, y'all. This is a great workout. You guys can, and if you don't have, I didn't talk about that earlier. If you don't have some of this equipment, I will also add some in the description, some alternative exercises for some of these things, especially when we get to like leg curls. We could easily be sitting on the floor, putting our feet up onto a stability ball, and then we could draw those legs in, and I can show you what that looks like. That's a great way to crush your hamstrings. And then there's a bunch of other things we could do too. We could be doing more lunges and things like that to hit the quads a little bit more and so forth. So it is what it is. One more set, bro. One more set. And then we're gonna move on to the hip abductors, and then we're gonna be out. 15 reps. I hope y'all like the video today, y'all. Like I said, I've been doing more and more of these. Does it irritate you guys that we're doing a vertical live stream? Or would you guys rather see this in a landscape wide live stream atmosphere? The only reason I'm doing them in this format is because I think a lot of people can see them a little bit more, because the YouTube short shelf is distributed out to more people than my channel, because my channel is kind of small, and as far as and my niche is small, and so they're not showing me to as many people as they would if I was a little bit bigger. So now I'm gonna move this a little bit. We're gonna go on to the last exercise. I know we only did 2, but now I want to make sure I hit these hips real nice before he get out of here. So,
man, it's crazier. Those leg presses. I'll load on weight sometimes, and when I go half the weight, I feel it twice as much. So it's a strange feeling.
Because just that time under tension, because we was going down with a 2-second drop. You probably just shoot them out. Time under tension is going to be one of the biggest gifts, because it's definitely going to blast you. You know what I mean? So that's probably part of it. And then also just what we've been doing. Oh no, I got a set for 2 sets anyway, so we good.
Oh, perfect.
That was
So these are we doing
adductors. So we want them. We're actually gonna go wide on these. Okay, so get in there. Get in there first, because I'm gonna take a little bit off, because I don't know where you're gonna want to be, because this is a newer machine where we haven't done quite as much work together. I don't know if I had you on here at all yet.
No.
Yeah. So I can't assume where he's gonna be. Go ahead. You're gonna grab that lever down at the right.
Move it out.
Yep. Right here. Yep. Spread it out. Yep. And now what you do is you turn these. Now I would have not done it, Cause you'll find
you're gonna have my legs in there when I do it.
Yeah, that way you can figure it out. Cause man, when I did that one time, man, I was in this mug like, hold up, man. Your boy feeling like, first of all, I'm feeling like I'm over here at the doctor and I'm a woman. And then give me a little squeeze. Is it heavy?
No, this is fine.
Okay. All right. Let me get 15 more reps. So this is what I mean, y'all. You know, we doing a really, you know, we're hitting so many muscle groups right now. At the end of this, you got to think like, does your leg day workout look like this? You know what I mean? Are you really doing a nice big group of muscles on your leg day are you just doing squats or are you just doing deadlifts? And so, you know, this is a complete scientific workout that I know will grow out his legs and get them nice and strong and also looking even better. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that answer, Walt. How'd that feel?
That felt good.
1 to 10 on the
I could go up on the weight.
Okay, we'll put you up for one more set and then we'll get out of here. Okay.
So is building out, you know, obviously we're going the inner legs here. Is this gonna help squatting total, or you know, I mean, where's this gonna grow my gym performance?
Let's talk about why we do this. This machine, adductors and abductors, are going to be, this is great for everything, for like growing development, like especially if you're an athlete. This is going to help you from getting those weird growing injuries that you can get. It's going to help you if you older, from everything all the way from injury prevention to getting in and out of your car, because we hitting some very specific small muscles that you cannot hit with bands alone. Normally, when I go to do this type of work, I'm doing them with resistance bands, circle bands, but this is going to hit some very small muscles that, which are they're not small, but smaller muscles that, and I would call them secondary muscles. You got the primaries that we always hitting them, quads, glutes, you know, hamstrings. But now we're looking at these adductors and abductors, and this would definitely help with speed and agility, hip strength, the stuff that athletes really need. But also just in general, it's going to help you to have a much more defined, if you're trying to get that lift, you know, if you're trying to get that, I don't want to mess up my live stream, but I'm going to say it, trying to get that ass looking better, all right? And you want to get them big glutes, this is a great way. This is a place you want to do it, all right? So you're going to see a ton of women doing it. And, you know, a lot of guys should be using it more also, because it's just going to keep you from getting hurt.
And then is that on this too?
So yeah, this is working the inside. When we flip it, we work in the abductors, and that's the outside, okay? So this is going to give you those really nice, defined inner thighs. You know, when people have like a lot of, you know, they want just to get a more, you know, they're losing weight, and then they want it to look better on the inside of the leg. This is where you would do it.
So what weight do you have on here? Because this feels good. I obviously don't do these very often.
Yep. So I got 100 pounds on there right now. Yep. That thing, it says it can go up to 300, but I never go nowhere near that. Hello to you, Krieko. I think that's how you say your name. I hope that is. I'm sorry if I'm chopping it up. Squats, hack squats, deadlifts, lunges. That get you a set of bands. It says the connection got lost for a second. Hopefully I'm still there. A set of bands is all you need. Get you a set of bands and you can do everything else. You can get those for like $12 and they look like this. We're done, by the way, Billy. I hope I'm gonna show you what you could get, because you say, you know, you're limited to some of the equipment. Get yourself, you could even either work with cloth loop bands like this, or you could get a set of loop bands that look like this, and that will allow you to get all those secondary muscles. I do have several workouts online that live workouts where I show loop band workouts, but I can also do a new one of those like this to show y'all more. All right, y'all. Well, come on in here, dog. That's it. Billy got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I hope y'all liked the video. Thank you for coming. If you're here and you haven't already subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe, hit the alert button so you can see more of the content like this when it come out in the future. I appreciate y'all coming. Until next time, stay blessed, stay motivated, and stay fit. Love and peace, everybody. Ow. Good work today, yo. Real good job, man.
I felt good.
Good. I'm
40
glad.
degrees and I'm sweating.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That was